All right, what's up, everybody? We're back with more of Avernum 3 Ruin World. Here we are still in the slime pit. So, time for us to do some... Oh! Actually, yeah, now, I remember we were supposed to... already explored most of it, so let's go ahead and try out some of these buttons. See what they do on this control panel. I know the freaking zombie's immune, but... let's take our chances here. Our main focus there was killing the slimes. After many battles and obstacles, you have finally reached one of your goals. This cavern contains one of the gigantic slime breeding goo towers. It was in pools like this that all the slimes tormenting Cretan province were born. Even now, lumps are shifting and growing under its skin, soon to be spat out as vicious, mindless creatures ready to slay the innocents outside. The whole process is horrifying in its simplicity and automation. He blasts the slime tower into hundreds of tiny globules. The balls of goo twitch slightly, try to reform, and die. There is now one less slime factory in existence. You hear a distant rumbling. The ground shakes under your feet. You have disrupted the magic of this place. However, you can still hear the bubbling of evil goo echoing from the tunnels around you. There must still be more here to do here to end the plague. As you try to cross this room, a barrier of green energy flashes into existence, blocking your path. When you move away, the barrier drops. When you approach it again, the barrier reappears. It is too strong to be affected by your spells. The barrier is blocking you from the innermost chamber of the slime pit. It is flickering. The damage you have done so far has weakened it. To pass it, however, you will need it to do more harm to the workings of this place. Alright, duly noted. So far, so good, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and press that second button so we can get down there. So yeah, my main focus was exploring for the most part, and then focusing on the control panel the next. Actually, you know what? We have bows. The slimes definitely are not overpowering at all, but still pretty annoying. Although he can summon another one, that's BS. And he is pretty hardy as hell. We're pretty strong enough to take on these slimes, so I'm not really worried about them as much as the slime zombie if he can just summon more. Oh, you know what I could have done? I could have used Full of Fire, but oh well. Girdle of Strength. Oh, we can definitely use that. I would prefer to find another Dispel Barrier Crystal, though. Get past that one area with the barrier. At first, this merely seems to be another poor human victim, slain and encased in a thick layer of slime. Then, you see the body move slightly. Whoever this human is, it's alive. Something even left tiny air holes in its prison goo. Scrape off the fibrous group holding the man in place. He must have been paralyzed by slime and then wrapped in webs and goo. He was imprisoned in his armor and his equipment is still nearby. He stands up and blinks his eyes. You try to talk to him, but he can only grunt and twitch in return. His experience has left him completely unhinged. He grabs his equipment and runs off, howling angrily. The archer is still somewhat deranged. He doesn't respond to your questions. Well, at least he's not attacking us. Yes, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. We'll save this for when we get to that point. To that other area upstairs that has the barrier. But yeah, at least we freed him and he's not attacking us, so there is that. I wish he could help us attack this, though. Okay, so we destroyed another one of the... Okay, we're not quite there yet, but we did destroy another one of the slime towers. That poor guy. I hope he makes it out soon and is able to get his sanity back. There's nothing we can do from here. Okay, there's no downstairs here. Alright, there's a couple downstairs. I wonder if it's going to be right just here. Okay, yeah, if that gate was open, then yeah. There were several humanoid bodies in the room ahead. Some were humans, some were Nephilim. The corpses are old, withered, and covered with goo. However, they show a worrying lack of decomposition. Sometimes you think you see out of the corner of your eye the bodies vibrate. Fortunately, they don't attack you when you approach. You get a closer look at one of the corpses that has been infused with slime, slowly digesting and processing it. It's horrible. You shudder and back away. You hear a long, hideous keening behind you. Zombies are normally quiet creatures, but not these. The slime-infected bodies are rising from the ground. They wander around mindlessly. The slimes that fill their house flailing around in their skin shells. God, that's freaking gross. Again, let's try to kill this first. Kill the slime factory here. Drake skin bracers. Of course, we can't change armor yet. Oh, let's go ahead and kill these zombies real quick. Can you imagine how gross this would be to look at if they made like a movie or TV show after on this? It would just be, that would be insane. Did you see that status effect or whatever that was supposed to be? Even it said grows. I wish we had first aid, though. That would be very helpful right now. We were doing pretty well in this dungeon, so no biggie. Okay, so we did enough to break the barrier. We could go in there if we want, but I would rather go ahead and dispose of the slime factories first. So as long as you get the majority of them, you can go in there for a bit of a challenge, but like I said, I would much rather try to take them all down. What's down here? Despite the pools of frozen over slime crunching under your feet, these passages have the cool, clean, quiet feel of a laboratory. They are still and slightly stale. I killed that one. Dexterity, that would be useful if I had a archer, but I don't. At least not for this playthrough. And past playthroughs, Zelena was my archer. But because, you know, that portrait is clearly showing an archer type, but I like that portrait so much. So I really wanted to use it, even though you clearly see in her portrait she has a bow in her hand, but or a bow armed anyway, but still I like that portrait too much to not use it, even though I decided to change up my build here. Are these zombies designed to be like just frozen in place there? Oh, we know no bugs all too well from the previous Avernum game. Have to make sure that's killed quick. Make sure. Okay, so we didn't necessarily need to come in here, but well, I've still got some more loot out of it, though. I wish I had a move mountain strong enough to break open those, Hey, do I have one? No, I don't. If I did have that scroll, I'll just get right in there. But in the meantime, let's just focus on our main objective here. We definitely have enough to go right into the beast chamber, but I feel like it's a lot easier if you do destroy all the slime factories first. Get all these indigo slimes because of how they can fire their range crap. Can you imagine trying to take this on, like, as a low level? Because even though the slimes are definitely weak at this point compared to our party, it still would be more of a challenge if our party just went right to the surface without training up against goblins and all that. Goblins, bandits, and the like. That's another one down. Again, I'm not going to worry about going in there yet. Because I think I remember you could, if you took it, like, again, like, if you take out the majority of the slime factories, but the beast the main beast is stronger than he normally would be if you fought him after taking out all the factories first. Man, I can hardly talk sometimes. Wow. I hope y'all don't mind that, honestly. Okay, I do have a move mountain scroll if I want to go see what that one area is with loot before I go to the... If I can even crack that thing open. Snap, I could. Oh, got some ghouls in here. So yeah, they were pretty generous with giving us at least a couple of dispel barrier crystals and also move mountains to help us get more loot and explore. Always keep your, even though my fighters are going to be tanking a lot, you do want to keep them healed as much as possible. Dual wielding. I feel like that's not going to have like a super effect in the long run here. Because even though Zelena's going to be dual wielding anyway, I mean, I just don't want to jump into dual wielding quite yet. Alright, last slime factory we're gonna go for here. So basically, yeah, like I was trying to say, the more slime factories you take out, if you take out all of them, the better, because the final boss here is gonna be easier if you take them all out, as opposed to just the minimum you need to get into that room. The hall extends beyond the range of your vision. The passage is lined with stone basins full of fermenting goo. This must be the raw material for making slimes. Stein says, haha. Oh, what a bunch of bull right there. Let me go ahead and use an energy potion. So yeah, this is where the game is trolling you a bit, because you took that long journey down only to find that sign. Although the thing about it is, I think that was more tedious in Avernum 3, and actually it was more tedious in the very original Exile 3 Ruin world, because it felt like it just went on and on a little bit longer than what it does here. But another slime factory to take out. And we should have enough to go into the room and face the big bad. So yeah, if you get all of them, the fight will be easier than if you just did the bare minimum. And why not just be consistent? At long last, you reach the ultimate source of the massive plague that has tormented this region. It is a huge cavern. Its walls have been scratched by the flailing of huge tentacles, and the floor is covered with tiny droplets of gray goo. You don't notice many of the details, however. You're too busy looking at the master of the caves. It towers over you, keening in fury over the loss of its gelatinous children. It is a beast that seems truly alien to this world. It is 20 feet high, a writhing mass of tentacles, fibrous jelly, and eye stalks. A croaking roar, unlike any noise you've ever heard, comes from deep within. Spitting goo, muscular tentacles, lashing, the master of the slime sways back and forth, eager to have its revenge on you. Okay, it's definitely a big monster, clearly, compared to our party, but I remember in Exile 3, it was a lot bigger. Okay, now might be a good time to activate some of our... make use of some of our stuff we got here. Oof. Yeah, he would definitely be a lot stronger than this if we only took out the few slime factories. Thank goodness for the regeneration perk. Although, I still want to heal both of them up. That. We'll do this. The slime monster is annoyed by one of the pests irritating it from a distance. It spits a giant blob of slime at one of you. It would go after Celestia. Alright, there is a slime that spawned here, but I wonder if we kill it, that slime will just disappear. I mean, I would hope so. With the roar that seems to shake the entire cavern, the alien slime shakes and collapses. Almost immediately, it begins to decay, as body parts falling apart and decomposing into goo. The creature's death howl is echoed by other, smaller screams reverberating throughout the tunnels. As their master goes, the slimes nearby follow. Hopefully most, if not all, of the slimes are elsewhere dying too. The ground shudders under your feet. In the back of the slime's chamber, massive cracks appear in one of the walls. You stand, bloodied and battered, alone in the cavern. You have little doubt that Krijan is now free of the slime menace. A great victory is yours. Yet, the victory is unsatisfying. Somebody powerful must have created this place. The place is too cunningly designed to think otherwise. The question is, who? This threat has been removed. However, if the creator, the source of the problem, is not discovered, the surface, your true home, may yet be destroyed. Well, this one was still alive, but we can kill him easily. Okay, so this is all the other pathways we already unlocked, pretty much. All the evidence in these caves clearly points to one thing. The slimes didn't just migrate here by chance. They were placed here, and only something powerful and intelligent could have created them. The rune etched into the floor here is what would seem to be the final evidence of that. It's a mage's rune, a mark of ownership or creation. Often placed by a wizard on a particularly good piece of work. You don't recognize the mark, but surely someone at Fort Emergence will. You make a quick drawing of it. Right. Let's just go back out the way we came, since I know that gate's open anyway. They might all be open, but I'm not sure. I don't remember. But yeah, we took out the big bad there. And I know she leveled up, but of course I'm going to wait until all my crew levels up here. You encounter some sluggish and weak slimes. It seems like the destruction of the alien slime drained their energy. When they feebly attempt to attack you, you easily dispatch them. Alright, that'll be the same for those slimes when we go up there. And we got that done before day 8. That's pretty impressive, actually. Alright, do we have negotiator, right? Yeah, we do. Let's go ahead and sell our stuff while we're... I'd like to sell something. Of course, we still have these other quests to get covered. Slay Gukbar, Wolf Rider Bounty, find Dominique. Let's focus on our main one for now. I have stopped the slime plague. You tell Arbuckle of the slaying of the alien slime. Excellent. He claps his hands, and a huge sack of gold and a beautiful spear are brought to you. I know not your opinion of the Empire, but know this. By slaying the beast, you saved many innocent lives. I will let news of your brave deeds spread. If I have my way, you will be greeted with open arms everywhere in Avernum. Even though you are aliens among us, you deserve no less. How have things gone since I destroyed the slimes? Well, so well that I have no need for adventurers. My guards have been up to the task of destroying the remaining pests, and that is what they are now. Dangerous pests, but pests nonetheless. Now that the slimes are gone, anything else I can do to help? Honestly, I'd rather you move on. I don't want to get in trouble for dealing with you, maybe even get sent to Avernum myself. But I have had word from Mayor Bernathy of Shader. That city is on the Isle of Big Ale to the northwest. They have their own plague of horrible monsters. If you truly want to help the people of the surface, you should travel there and see her. Right, so we leveled up and we can train again. And remember, I got the extra point of hardiness there, so that's why it's higher than it normally would be. See, hers is just only 8. That's alright. But at least we no longer have to train into their respective weapon skills anymore. We can move on here. Let's go ahead and give a boost to arcane lore. Okay, and there is some different dialogue when you do beat it. How goes the slime invasion? He claps you on the shoulder. I heard that the slimes have started to disappear, and that you're likely responsible. Good work. Bad news is, not all the slimes are dead yet, though the source is gone. The chopping continues. Oh yeah, we also got a lava fire spear. Oh, of course, that's going to be very good for my warrior here. Looking for ways to prevent the return of the slimes. It is wonderful that their attacks have dwindled, of course, but for For all we know, they are going to grow back in return. If they do, we will be prepared. Do you really think the slimes will return? He looks up at you, annoyed by the persistent questioning. They might return, they might not return. We must prepare now. Find ways to fight them, or at least keep them out. She resumes her pacing. Well, even if they did, eventually, for some reason, came back, getting y'all a reprieve is still very helpful. I'd like to sell some unicorn horns to you. Well, I'm giving 10 gold for every one of those pest horns I'm brought. You have any? You show them your bunch and collect your gold. Thanks. Be sure to bring more. It brings meaning to my life, believe me. Can you tell me what your position is in Krejon? You didn't get... I'm the one who ended the slime plague here. You didn't get rid of the slimes, I did. But you won't be writing a report to the Empire, and I will. So there it is. Well... we will eventually get a reputation. Alright, what jobs? Rush message. I'd rather not work on the job board or anything like that, honestly. Have the slimes given the crusty sailor much trouble? Not... oh. Alright. If y'all want to take the time and look for more dialogue, you can do that, but... yeah, there is a little bit that is different once you end the plague. In the meantime, though, let's go ahead and... okay, same dialogue as before, pretty much. You encounter some unicorns. The foul dark beasts are grazing the plants, pulling them up by the roots with their rotting teeth. One of them looks up, spits at you, and resumes its destructive grazing. We're definitely taking care of these unicorns for more horns, for sure. You know what? I wonder if I'm strong enough to take on Gukbar now I think about it. We can clear out that quest at least before we head back to Port Emergence. I mean, we were able to end the slime plague well before the plague had any impact on Krejon anyway, so... but yeah, let's see if we can take on Gukbar now real quick. Alright, Dryad's curse still affects him. Oh, that's freaking annoying. Oh, I used up the Battle Frenzy earlier. I feel like we could do this Battle Frenzy right here. Oh yeah, we can still do that. Yeah, let's see. Let's do all we got here right now. Okay, bummer about Lena here, but at least we can attack a couple times here. Fortunately, the Dryad curse is backing us up a little bit as well. Oh god, that is annoying. Oh god, that is so annoying. Stupid attack. Nearly knocked out all of our health. Dang, we basically have to do our best to survive that quake attack he does. Fortunately, my people are good at surviving stuns too. I mean, not my my spellcasters are good at resisting the stun. I mean, I have a feeling she's gonna need this, so let's give that to her real quick. I know this is a tough fight, but I think I can manage it. Come on. Alright, I don't want either one of them to die, so we'll do this. Come on, hit him already. I know the percentage is low, but geez, hit him. Kill him already, dang it. Oh, I forgot Celestia wears armor too. So that's lowering her. That's why her hit chance is lower too. Okay, we managed to do that. Thankfully. Helm of Car. Sharpshooter and Sniper. Neither one. If I still have my archer, that would be perfect. But that doesn't really do much of anything. We'll just sell that. But woo, at least we got that done. That was a bit of a tough one, but at least we killed it. Bounty from Captain Maxine. You tell Maxine the harrowing tale of your battle with the mighty Gukbar. She is most impressed. She fetches for you a healthy sack of gold coins. As a bonus, she strolls in a scroll. Alright, much appreciated. And now we're recognized. Okay. And we'll get around to the Rough Rider bounty, the Unicorn Spiral, Unicorn Horns, stuff like that when we come back. But now is a good time, I think, to report into an Axemander finally. You tell an Axemander everything about the destruction of the alien slime. He looks much more worried than before. You see what this means, don't you? Some powerful force, with great magical ability, has launched an attack upon the surface. This is grim. The best that can happen is that the Empire will blame us and attack us again. The worst is that the attacker has the power to make the surface unlivable, and we will be doomed to stay in Avernum forever. It is clear that your mission is becoming much more important than we thought. We need you to get information for us, instead of just a brief survey of this fort's surroundings. Keep exploring the surface to find out as much as you can about these monsters. More importantly, find out where they came from. Otherwise, they may come for us. And if you find any evidence of who might be responsible, take it to Bera. You described to Anaximander the body of the Avernite you found in the slime pits. That sounds like Aaron. She was one of the first group to ascend and explore the surface. Thank you for letting us know what happened to her. I sincerely hope that you can avoid the same fate. In the meantime, I will let her relations know of her tragic demise. You have done well. You should go to the Portal Fortress and from there to the Tower of Magi to receive a reward. Once down there, see X and Solberg, and one of them will give you magical training. Alright, let's go ahead and head to Levi here. Get a reward. Daily allowance. But you shouldn't always collect, it's going to be 25 coins anyway. Have my achievements merited a reward yet? Levi looks for a large ledger, finds something of interest, and produces a silver ring from under the counter. Well done. Here is a reward for dispatching the alien slime. Gave us another shield ring, which we already have, but we can put it on her instead. I hear you seen a tree. Okay, Anaximander. I wonder if we can get the tome and also training from advanced training from Beyond Meat though, since we have extra money. Advanced training. I am under orders to train you to the best of my ability, although I am also allowed to require payment for the expenses of my department. Let me know when you are ready. I would like training. Okay, this is pretty... Okay, this is perfect for when we need to get closer to battle disciplines. As of right now, though, not necessarily. Because we don't really have the money for it. But after clearing out the slime plate, you can do that. May I read some of your tomes? Mazamdar, thanks. It seems you are now important enough that I should help you if I can. We have, hidden in a secret chamber nearby, spellbooks with several spells. They are guarded by a magical barrier. She teaches you a short series of hand motions. These movements will help you pass the barrier. Please, don't tell anyone of the spells we have here. If you did, we'd lose them. You encounter the magic wall Mazumdar told you about. You make the hand motions she described. The barrier disappears. The tome is Book of Prayers. There are many arcane holy rituals to supplicate the gods. One of them seems useful. After intense study, you learn about a ritual for causing an intense, localized earthquake to terrorize your foes. Move mountains. The tome contains a variety of magical incantations. Most of them are either irrelevant to dungeon crawling or too bizarre to understand. One of them, however, is quite useful. You learn to create a spray of acid from nothingness and direct it at your enemies. Spray acid. If you have gathered any useful evidence on the surface, turn it in here. I've been told that I have to look at it. I have been in one of the monster plagues on the surface. I may have evidence for you. You described the bearer of the rune you found in the alien slime's lair. He looks highly disturbed. I know that symbol. That is the emblem of Erica the Archmage. Perhaps you should go speak to Anaximander. This is dire news. Would she be really the one that caused all this, though? You describe the rune you found in the alien slime's lair, mentioning how it is a symbol of Erica. This concerns us greatly. Erica is our greatest archmage, and her hatred for the Empire is absolute. The possibility that she may be responsible for the ravaging of the surface is both unsettling and plausible. You should go and try to speak with her. She lives at the north end of Upper Avernum, far north of Gikra. See what she has to say about this. Do you think that Erica is responsible for the creature plagues? Honestly, I am not sure. Her hatred of the Empire knows no bounds, and because of a curse they once laid on her, she can never return to the surface. The best way to see is to make contact with her. Her tower is to the north. You should drop by. Okay, we can definitely go see Erica then, but I highly doubt it because she would have to use a lot of magic and resources to be able to get to the surface in the first place, right? The road approach and talk to them, same guards as before. The guards approach you eagerly. You're the surface exploration crew. Have you been to the surface yet? You say that you have. What's it like? They're desperately eager to hear news of what it's like up there. Do you indulge them? You tell them a few things about what it's like on the surface. Their overwhelming desire to hear what you've seen is flattering, and also a little sad. They're desperately eager to return to the surface. After a while, you excuse yourselves and move on. If you didn't, they would keep asking you questions for hours. They march away quickly, eager to pass on the choice gossip they've attained. Okay, well, at least that's a boost to our reputation. Okay, we'll definitely go see Erica and explore all these other towns since I did end the slime plague pretty early. So we will do all of that, but for now, I am going to head to the Portal Fort. A familiar sight comes into view, the Portal Fortress. Inside it is a huge teleporter, which is the only route from Deep Avernum to Upper Avernum and back. The raw magical energy of the place makes your scalp tingle even from out here. You meet a guard patrol watching the area around the Portal Fortress. You remember seeing them when you headed east to Port Emergence. As they pass you, they nod cordially. You hear them mutter among themselves. You hear one of them say, "Weren't they going to the surface? I wish I was going up there." You don't hear what they say after that. You return to the Portal Fortress, the tower where everyone arrives in Upper Avernum. You recall that the huge hall to the southwest contains a powerful teleporter. It carries people and supplies to and from the Tower Magi down to Avernum. Alright, now that we end the slime plague, we're going to do our exploration of the Portal Fortress here. But I'm going to save the game right here, and I'll see you all soon with that next part.